Sports Roundtable.
My main man Bo Bell is in studio.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Bell,
what's up,
What's up, man? Always good to be here, man.
There it is.
Welcome home.
Yeah. Man.
So, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all those good things of that nature. The NBA is here. Basketball season is over, things of that nature. And the first thing we got to talk about is what is going on in the locker room in Cleveland. Now, I got to preface this by saying, allegedly, the IT department is the one who was the most vocal at Kevin Love, and he only been there 8 games. And the description was heated.
Yeah. Emotional.
Coach, talk to us about this locker room in Cleveland and your thoughts on it.
Well, my thing is everything. It starts at the top. It starts at the top. It starts at the top. With the head coach, with the best player, and even the management. All of that plays a role.
Talking about LeBron.
Oh yeah, that's all the same guy.
Yeah.
So. He's such a competitor, man, and it's like he wants to win. He wants to be successful, and he wants everybody to be up to his standard. He's a gifted guy, man. He's gifted, and so I think he sort of come off to other guys as if, okay, are you really earning your keep here? That's the atmosphere that he's creating. And some of these guys are not trusting him. And see, once you lose the trust and the belief, then that's when all the friction starts. And so now, everybody in their little corners with their little groups, that whole locker room thing.
Yeah.
Like females, you know what I mean? And so so everybody got their little thing going. And so it's just a mess right now, man. It's a mess, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So why does Kevin Love keep taking this heat?
They treat Kevin Love like Mario Chalmers.
Exactly.
You know how Miami used to just everything was his fault?
Yeah.
Now everything is Kevin Love's fault. And Kevin Love was fine until IT got in the lineup. His stats, he was a part of the team.
He's an all-star.
That's what I'm saying. He was looking like an all-star.
Right.
But you bring IT in who dominates the ball, who holds LeBron down, who shoots more than LeBron. How can this is the problem I had when everybody was saying that this was going to make Cleveland better. There was no way, because you're talking about someone who's worse defensively than anybody else in the NBA. Now, I didn't say on their team. I said in the NBA.
Literally, like the very last person, the last ranked person.
Exactly. And so you look at him, and what his game was based on was speed and quickness. He's got a bad hip. So what does that do to his game? He can't get by people now.
Nope.
He can't elevate. Every time he goes up for a shot, they just wait. Big guys wait. Okay, you up? You can't get no higher than that, and then they knock the ball away. He cannot play right now.
Yeah.
And you put him in the starting lineup when you should have eased him in a bench role.
I agree.
To me, if you wanted to acclimate him to NBA speed and to your team, he should have been coming off the bench. And you get him involved.
But there was an issue with that, though, that they don't have a point guard. Even with IT, they kind of still don't.
Right, and when Calderon was playing, they went 14, 15 straight games, right?
Yeah.
So you defeated the chemistry that you had. Like I said, he should have been gradually integrated into the offense from a 6-man role. If you can put Dwayne Wade, an all-timer, out of the starting lineup on the bench, IT can get on the bench.
Yep.
That's just, I can't say it any clearer.
Well, I think that's a classic case of over-processing, over-coaching, etc.
Yep.
Because the thing about it is, when if it worked, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like, wait till something go bad. And with the guy Calderon, I think they had a flow. They was going. The ball was moving. And, when the ball moves and bodies move, that's when you make plays. And so the ball is not moving. It's just getting stuck right now.
Right.
Isaiah get the ball. He beating the air out of it. And then, LeBron sometimes when he get it too, he keep it too long. So it's no continuity. And I just think teams that dribble the ball a lot, it suffocates the offensive flow because you can't really get a rhythm.
Right.
And so I think that's one of the biggest problems. You know, they can't play in rhythm. You know, it's just like when you watch good teams play, it's like you probably can go out and play. You know, all you know when you're going to get the basketball. Because when, you know, you drive and that ball come out, you know you're going to get the ball, so you're prepared to make the shot.
Exactly.
But it's difficult when you're not playing in rhythm, when you don't know when you're going to get the basketball. So I think that's a big problem, man. And they, you know, I think a move would be if they can get Kemba Walker. I think that would be a little bit better situation for them.
Well, there talks about that.
Yeah.
They talked about George Hill, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, what I'm hearing that George Hill one is the one. That's what Windhorse is reporting.
Right.
That Channing Frye, I think Shumpert.
Shumpert has to go.
Right.
Any trade, he's got to go.
Shumpert and somebody else or whatever. And I think they want the pick. See, that's the thing. The pick is the hang-up.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not really getting anything. Is George Hill and fish, eggs, and rice worth giving up the pick and whatever for that? I mean, it's, to me, no.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think, you know, not to be biased, my boy Lou Will, they need points, man.
Yep.
Luke is an instant 20, 25. Go get him and shoot. You can stay with Calderon with that flow. Because Luke can handle the ball, too, as a point. He's got a point, but he can facilitate for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? But in terms of putting the ball in the back, he's a guaranteed 20, 25 points.
But
guaranteed.
they're playing better. Yeah. See, that's the problem. That the Clippers have played better.
Yes.
But and started to at least show some signs. I'm not saying they're going to make a run, but
you know what? I think Boston would go after Lou because their depth on their bench is not as it's not where it needs to be.
And
They
one
missing
person, I think, if I was Boston, I'd be going after, and that's the problem. I would be trying to package it. If you're going to go and really do something with that team, you got to go get him.
I feel you. All right, on the phone, we got our main man, D. Will, the coach. What's up, D. Will?
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
What up, Weezy?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? You want to get in on this conversation?
Okay, man. Y'all talking NBA. I had to call in and get my pieces in. Y'all already know that.
I already know. So, listen, we talking about the Cleveland locker room. What's going on with that?
Man, I agree with what Coach Bo Bell said earlier. What's up, Bo?
Yo, what up, dude?
It's Isaiah Thomas, putting him in the starting lineup just because who he was and what the trade was supposed to be. I think that threw off the entire chemistry of the team. We saw them earlier in the season go through what they went through. They went through tough times. They finally eradicated their problems. They went on a big win streak, and as soon as Isaiah Thomas came back, they went right back into the dumps like they were earlier in the season. And they had the same issue with it when they had Dwayne Wade in the starting lineup, and they ended up moving him to the bench. I agree. We have said on this show for the last, 4 or 5 years since we started it, that Isaiah Thomas is strictly a sixth man. He had a great year in Boston last year, which propelled him to this status that he's at right now. But we all know he is better equipped for coming off the bench, and they're throwing off their entire chemistry with putting him in the starting lineup.
Now, with that being said, I got to throw this at Coach Bo Bell first. Allegedly, there's some rumors that Dan Gilbert wants to sell the Cavs now. So the question would be, does that force LeBron to make a move to say, I'm out of here now? Because it seems like now Dan Gilbert has made a commitment and LeBron won't make a commitment. So does that, if he wants to sell the team, because it's out, does LeBron leave now, Coach?
Well, I think it's already been a lot of fog in the air for some time. Because the reason Kyrie left is because he knew that LeBron was going to leave. And Dan Gilbert is thinking about selling the team because he knows about that fog is in the air,
right,
that LeBron is going to leave. That's why he's thinking about selling the team. And I think it's realistic that he's going to probably be leaving, man. I mean, some people talking about, I've heard New York, I've heard L.A.,
Houston.
I've heard Houston.
So I got another theory to go along with that. But before I get to that, Well, if LeBron is not going to be there, how valuable is the
And
Cavaliers?
see, that's the key right there.
Right.
To me,
Good point.
if I would have never allowed Kyrie to leave, I don't care what he said, how mad he was, he could not have left the organization. Because if LeBron leaves and you still have Kyrie, at least you got something there as a franchise to build around. You know, we've seen them clean house other ways and get players in some kind of way. Somebody won't play with Kyrie. So I think Cleveland they panicked and they got rid of Kyrie when they shouldn't have. And to me, that was the worst move besides LeBron kind of holding them over a barrel. Because what else is there for Dan Gilbert to do? If he says to you, look, I need a commitment from you. I'll get rid of this pick. I'll do whatever you want me to do. You have to just tell me you're going to be here.
Right.
But if you are the person that's holding me up and saying, well, don't look at me because I got to protect the interests of the Cavs. And you're holding me back.
I agree. Hey, D. Will, before I get to you, I'm going to go to Jay Smooth real quick and get his thoughts.
Well, this is clearly a pretty large transaction to make. And, I'm assuming, was this January 24th?
Right.
I'm assuming between now and April, in the next 3 or 4 months, you're not going to make a nearly, maybe $1 billion transaction? That's not going to happen. So Dan Gilbert, he's stuck between a rock and hard place. He's not moving his team. He's stuck with the team. LeBron is likely gone. Kevin Love will probably be his franchise player. Next year, it'll look like the Minnesota Timberwolves of old. That's what Cleveland will likely be next year. Them and they can keep Isaiah Thomas, but Isaiah Thomas, he looks real bad. He looks like a cancer to me right now. He looks like a real malcontent. And I know it's only 8 games, but let's just talk about how horrible they are on defense.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they are nearly last in the league, right above the Sacramento Kings in defense.
Right.
If they play anything that resembled defense, they might be in a better position, but they hadn't played defense for the last 3 or 4 years.
You can just look at that Thunder game.
Right.
148.
148.
Last night against San Antonio.
Yeah.
Well, I think, though, too, just like we talked about earlier, once the trust vacate, you can kiss the baby.
Yeah.
You can kiss the baby. Ain't no defense, nothing. It's like, okay, let me don't get hurt. You know what I mean? Type deal. Let me just make it through the season, don't get hurt. Let's see what happens after that.
Yeah.
So they there's no trust there, and things is all over the place. It's just, it just don't look good watching. It's not good.
They got a
watching.
Warrior problem.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the problem right there. It's
Yeah.
Golden State. They tore up their team because of them.
Hey, D. Will, all right, your thoughts on the Cavs possibly, with Dan Gilbert possibly selling the Cavs?
Man, Dan Gilbert ain't selling a damn thing. This is all smoke and mirrors. I'm not buying that. I have never trusted Dan Gilbert in any decisions he's made ever since his response for the letter that he wrote when LeBron left to go to Miami. I've lost total respect for him. So whatever he does, I could care less because he's stuck with this team. If LeBron doesn't make a commitment to come back, he's stuck with the team. All right, but I want to bring up something Coach Nobel said again earlier. A perfect trade for Cleveland would be Lou Williams. And I know he kind of feels like a homer by saying that, but that would be awesome for him. Because like you said, he's able to facilitate. He's not a point guard, but he is an automatic 20 or 25 points a game, and he could come off the bench. Because that's where the Cavs have a lot of issues right now, is in bench scoring. Once LeBron goes out of the game, like the hand always alludes to, they were able to turn the reins over to Kyrie and say, okay, Kyrie, here's your time to go get yours. They don't have that anymore, all right? So, but without having Lou Williams would be the ultimate piece that they need because they need scoring. They also need a facilitator, and he would do both of those for that team.
Catch Sports Roundtable every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWWE 1100 AM and SRTradio.com.